Hey, Master Chief, there's a bug on you.
Where? What's up, fellow collectors? Today I'm talking about the Halo 3 drone from Series 2. Very cool looking figure here, and the drones are very annoying in the game. I hate fighting them. They're always flying around and bugging you. Looks very cool in the packaging though. You got a plasma pistol that it comes with. It looks like a little display base as well. Got a rendered picture of what a drone looks like in the game. On the back here you get to see all the figures that came out in Series 2, and as you can see they had a ton of figures. You know, the McFarlane line has really kind of tapered off with the amount of figures in each series ever since the Halo 3 days, you know, where we saw like just tons of exclusives. And I used to collect these back in the day as well, and I kind of got out of it, but man, it was a pain collecting all of these exclusives and going to all these stores trying to find them. You got some cool descriptions here about the drone on the back as well, and you know, it's got this little quote here. And if you want to read that, go ahead and pause the video. And you got a description of what the drone is, so if you want to read that, go ahead and pause the video. And then you get a picture of what the action figure drone looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and open this figure up and review it. Alright, I got this guy opened up, and I gotta say, right out of the package, I'm pretty impressed with the build of this figure and the detail. We'll get more into that later in the review. But it's definitely a very cool looking figure, and I'm very happy to have it a part of my collection. Let's talk about what he comes with first. Comes with the plasma pistol. And I really like the detail on that. Very good paint applications and sculpt everywhere. Definitely nailed the look of the plasma pistol. Even the little buttons on top, and you know, the actual part where the plasma shoots out at the front of the gun. Very good looking. Now you also get a Halo 3 style display base, and that looks really nice. And you also get 2 pegs that go into this base, and he's got 2 peg holes in the bottoms of his feet here. Now I'd be very careful plugging these into the bottom of his feet because they are just super fragile, and I feel like you're just going to very easily break this. Now trying to put one of his feet into the pegs here on the base, it actually snapped off just with a little bit of adjustment. You know, I'm going to have to actually take that out of his foot now somehow with like a screwdriver or something. Get it out and re-glue it back on, but I'm probably not going to be using the base to display this figure with. And I feel like this base is just really cheaply made for the figure. You know, I feel like these little pegs are so fragile and not really built correctly to hold his feet that they're just going to snap off all the time. So I'm probably not going to display with the base. I'm probably just going to get some fishing line and kind of tie him around his wings, kind of hang him like that so it looks like he's flying a little bit. Now he actually holds on to his gun pretty decently well. I mean, shaking it around, it's not going to fall out of his hand, so I'm happy about that. You know, it looks like he isn't going to be able to hold anything with how small his fingers are, but you can actually loop the gun in there pretty well and just get it nice and snug into his hands. Now the highlight of the figure is all the detail that McFarlane put into it, and it just looks like this nasty looking bug that crawled out of your TV screen and right into an action figure form. You know, the sculpt is great. I think they did a really excellent job with the detail on this. I mean, this green paint that they used is really just pops out. It's really nice and shiny, and it has that kind of beetle-like skin to it. The wings have a nice blue transparency in them, and you can see all the veins here where the actual wings connect into his back there, and that looks really good. And each one of these wings is articulated here, so that's nice. You can have them in all kinds of different flying type poses. I really like the orange hue that they use for his eyes. Very creepy, and give him that, you know, definite bug distinction. And I also admire the sculpt. I think the sculpt is really great all around the figure. I think they did an excellent job with the overall look of this figure, and very much represents what a drone from Halo actually looks like. Now I'm surprised too, because this figure has a decent amount of articulation. I felt like this figure wouldn't have as much articulation as it has, but you know, McFarlane once again surprised me. You know, you got these things up here that move up and down. There's some rotation at the head here, and then also at the neck. The abdomen also swivels around. You got some articulation at the upper leg right here, and then at this lower leg as well. Also at the knee you got a hinge. Then you got a ball hinge at the ankle. Then also each one of these wings will rotate in its own direction. And then you also got this thorax piece You know, both of these actually rotate as well, and then it also rotates here as well. So a ton of articulation and a ton of great detail on this figure. Now here's a side-by-side comparison with the Master Chief, and you can tell that the drone is a little bit smaller than the Master Chief, just a tiny bit. And the drone's standing all the way up. Normally they're kind of hunched over in the games, so it's really a good and accurate representation of what these things look like in a modern scale next to the Master Chief. And I'm really happy that McFarlane is doing a really great job scaling these figures appropriately between all the different characters. It really just makes them come to life that much more when you put them next to other characters, and they really just mirror each other in the way that they're supposed to be scaled in the universe. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'm actually pretty happy about my purchase with this figure. You know, they're pretty rare to pick up. I know the Halo 3 stuff's kind of old. Came out in about 2007 or 2008. And, you know, I'm really happy with it, though, and I think that even the older figures by McFarlane for the Halo 3 line were really, really great figures, and I'm probably going to be collecting them all and doing reviews on all of them. So make sure you subscribe, because you don't want to miss any of my new videos I come out with every week. I also collect other action figure lines as well, like Mortal Kombat. I also like the Halo Mega Blocks. And I also do animations with all of my videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video.